During a debate in the House of Commons, James cleverly accuses Home Secretary Yvette Cooper of laughing as he discusses knife crime. It's safe to say Yvette didn't take too kindly to that acquisition and went into full meltdown. We will look at this clip, whilst also going over all of the latest political news from across the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the Parliament Watch to keep updated with everything in Westminster. So, as stated in the intro, during a debate in the House of Commons, James cleverly accuses Home Secretary Yvette Cooper of laughing as he discusses knife crime. Check it out.
Including my own county of Essex, there are now more warranted police officers than at any time in that force's history. In sharp contrast with Labour-run London, where the Conservative government put money on the table to recruit extra metropolitan police officers, and the Labour Mayor of London has spectacularly failed to recruit those officers, has not backed those officers when they've said they needed to do more stop and search, has seen knife crime accelerate, distorting the whole national picture. So I really hope that the Right Honourable Lady takes this seriously. She can chuckle all she likes, but this is about kids getting stabbed on the streets of London, and she should take this more seriously. She should take this more seriously. We introduced tougher sentences. She should recognise that we introduced tougher sentences.
The Shadow Home Secretary from giving away. He knows he should not make disgraceful, unfounded allegations like that about my response to knife crime when he knows I have met with families right across the country who are devastated by knife crime, including in towns and smaller communities and suburbs right across the country where this terrible crime is going up.
Mr. Speaker, I made the observation that whilst I was talking about young people getting stabbed, the Honourable Lady was chatting and chuckling with her colleagues on the front bench. That was a statement of fact. The point is that we have got a grip of crime, and in the parts of the country controlled by Labour police and crime commissioners, including London, sadly that is not the case.
What are your thoughts on this? And what do you think of Yvette Cooper? Let me know in the comments. In other news, the Conservative Party is facing a scandal over freebies after James Cleverly's wife was seen at an event he claimed she didn't attend. Cleverly, who previously served as Home Secretary, accepted tickets for last year's Wimbledon men's singles final, where he was photographed with his wife, Susanna, watching Carlos Alcaraz defeat Novak Djokovic. However, in the official hospitality records from the Foreign Office, Cleverly indicated he wasn't accompanied by anyone. Due to a Tory loophole, he wasn't required to declare the expenses linked to his ministerial duties, though it's unclear how attending Wimbledon was related to his role as Foreign Secretary. The experience included lunch in the President's suite as a guest of the Lawn Tennis Association. A spokesperson for Cleverly stated that the omission was an oversight and that he has always been transparent about any gifts received, adding that they are contacting the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office to correct the record. This incident is just one of several perks Cleverly has received while in the Cabinet, which also include tickets to a Six Nations rugby match and a film premiere, all properly declared. A rule introduced in 2015 means that hospitality received by Cabinet members is published by departments rather than individual MPs and doesn't require the value to be disclosed. In light of recent controversies, Labour leader Keir Starmer's government has vowed to eliminate this loophole. In other news, Ben Habib has branded Sir Keir Starmer anti-British in staunch defence of Reform UK after the party won a Labour-held seat in Blackpool. Councillor Jim O'Neill gained the Martin Ward seat from Labour with 38.8% of the vote, strengthening the ever-growing power of Reform UK in Parliament. Reacting to the latest win for Nigel Farage's party, Habib said that the previously safe seat held by Labour was taken by Reform UK, and warned of many more seats being won in years to come. Habib claimed, "The electorate didn't see how damaging the Labour Party would be, and the electorate absolutely gets that now. People say it's only 5 seats, but it's a bridgehead. We're winning by-election seats, and we're going to have a thumping set of results in the local elections next May, and it'll be Labour and the Tories who'll be giving up their seats to Reform then. Hitting back at Habib, political commentator Jonathan Liss questioned him on whether he really believes Reform will be the next government opposition following the next general election. Habib rebutted Liss's question, stating, "I think that Reform has it within its grasp to absolutely form the next government. There are many challenges it faces, some from within the party, and of course, a week is a long time in politics. But Reform is the only political party in Parliament that is known across this country that actually has a coherent pro-British set of policies. The Labour Party is not appropriate. I say Keir Starmer is anti-British." Liss was infuriated by Habib's remarks, claiming his argument was completely outrageous. Liss told Habib, "Someone who disagrees with you does not make them anti-British. It just means that they disagree with you. You have no monopoly over what it means to be anti-British or pro-British. I find it profoundly offensive that you seek to define patriotism in your own image alone. That is actually, ironically enough, anti-British in itself." Standing firm on his argument, Habib then claimed that Starmer wants the UK to be governed by Brussels. Habib fumed, "If the Prime Minister got half a chance to take the UK back into the EU, he would do it. You have an individual in office who wishes to give up the democratic representation of the people in this country to a third power. The proposal with the European Union is for people up to the age of 30 to be able to come and go as they please. That is freedom of movement. That is taking down your borders to a foreign power. I can go much further with why I think he's anti-British, but in my view, my points constitute an attack on the nation-state that is the United Kingdom." In defence of Labour, Liss hit back, "We can still be pro-British, we can still be patriotic. We just have a different vision of what it means and what we want for this country. That's all it is. It's having a different vision." Lastly, Donald Trump could be set for a second US presidential victory if he controls one thing ahead of Election Day, it has been claimed. The former president is making inroads with his campaign as the battle to lead America enters its final sprint, with just 31 days to go. Speaking to, in an interview, historian and author Victor Davis Hanson claimed that the Republican needs to only control his language in order to secure his fate on November 5th. Analyzing Trump's campaign so far, Hanson said, "Some of the polls have shown that Donald Trump is now leading in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, and Arizona in a way that people didn't think would be possible. So whatever bounce Kamala has been stopped, and he's starting to make inroads if he can just control his language." Detailing why Trump needs to control his language as Election Day approaches, Hanson claimed that the independent voters don't go down well with certain remarks he's been making. When he says something like Kamala is mentally impaired, it doesn't go down with the independent voter, so I think all he has to do is play defense. And the way she is, she's got to play offense. That's why she's demanding another debate. Offering advice to Trump in the final weeks of his campaign, Hanson claimed that he should cut down on the rallies to avoid any more danger. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time.